Lebanon showing signs of division with outbursts of violence spilling over from Syria between pro and anti-Assad supporters. The Lebanese army's been deployed after at least 5 people were killed and 45 injured in 2 days of clashes. For some analysis and perspective, I'm joined live by Charlie McGrath, founder of Wide Awake News. So how dangerous do you think this spillover from Syria is for Lebanon's stability?
Well, Lebanon's not very stable to begin with, and I don't think it's a big shock. I mean, there's a lot of political and sectarian ties between Syria and Lebanon. There always has been. So, you know, there's going to be pro-Assad regime and pro-freedom fighting rebel regime or forces inside of Lebanon, or you know, that are going to go at it with one another. So I don't think it's, you know, I think it's more the troubling news that's coming out. That's more troubling for me and my country is you know, this news coming out, nonstop propaganda about the imminent use of weapons of mass destruction by Syria. To me, that's a much more dangerous piece of propaganda, and it spells a picture.
Sorry, we have limited time. Bringing this back to Lebanon, we've seen echoes of the Syrian conflict in Turkey, Israel, and Jordan. How do you think this is already affecting the region as a whole?
It's destabilizing the region as a whole. I mean, and it's, again, by design. We did it first in Libya, and now we're doing it in Syria. So this is par for the course. We're going to keep marching down this road of destabilization and fear tactics until we get what we want, which is a puppet government inside of Syria.
Now, if Assad does step down, what do you think that means for the region?
Then we have one more puppet-controlled state. You know, we have one more state like we have in Iraq, as your previous report indicated, where the U.S. is going to and try to impose its influence through that leadership. So, I mean, I don't think he's stepping down. I think he'll die inside of Syria. But if he did step down, we'd end up with another Western-controlled puppet state.
Also in Turkey, troops and helicopters have pounded recently the Kurdish area near the border with Syria. How do you think the crisis in Syria affects the Kurds' aspirations for a state of their own?
You know, I can't help, you know, having more destabilization in that region. I think Turkey is more than capable of defending itself and its interests against Syria. Again, you know, now we have NATO pounding the drums of weapons of mass destruction by now talking about putting missile batteries in Turkey. So obviously this whole region is destabilized. It isn't helping or benefiting anybody.
All right. Charlie McGrath, founder of Wide Awake News, thanks very much for your time and perspective.
Thank you.